Hello, welcome to this week's live attorney chat. My name is Attorney Desiree Coker-Gustafson with Immigration for Couples. If you are new to our Facebook page, we regularly come on here and do these live Facebook chats to discuss recent topics or developments within the immigration realm, or to discuss questions that we are hearing with regard to consultations or even our Facebook page. So if you are watching us live, please feel free to comment if you have a question. And if I see it and am able to address it quickly here, I will. If not, it could be a part of our next live broadcast. So we do come on here, hopefully, ideally, calendar permitting, weekly on Thursdays at 11 o'clock EST. So today we are going to discuss receipt notices. I get lots of questions regarding receipt notices. What do they mean? What do you do with them? Processing centers, which that could be a whole other live chat. But today that's what we are going to discuss is the receipt notices. So let's back up a step or two. Obviously, to get a receipt notice, you have prepared your initial filing, and this could be a lot of different things, and different processing centers basically process different applications. So there are some nuances that you'll definitely want to discuss with your attorney if you have further questions. But in order to get a receipt notice, you've prepared the application, you've submitted the application to the appropriate place, whether that's online or via mailing, to a Dropbox or to a specific location within the USCIS realm. Following that filing, usually within a couple weeks, sometimes up to 4 weeks. There for a while, it was taking more like 6 weeks, I believe, maybe last summer. You will get a receipt notice, and that just basically explains that we are acknowledging that your submission has been received, and it gives you a case number in order to follow up on that status of that particular online filing. And I get lots of questions as to there's a lot of numbers and a couple of letters associated with those receipt notices. So let's talk about those specifically here. The first 3 letters, yes, does apply to the service center that is processing the application. And this is important because really we have very little control other than where you live as to what processing center gets your application. They are sent, based on where you live and who processes those applications generally. And then also, if you're submitting to a lockbox, they're forwarded on to the appropriate processing center. So I guess with some respect to if you have that flexibility to kind of move around, processing centers do vary in time, but know that even though there's a discrepancy in some of the processing centers now, some may be processing something at 9 months and then others at 15. That sounds like a lengthy period of time currently. However, USCIS does look at those and will rearrange them if they feel like one is processing, one center is moving things along faster or has had less applications. So know that that is a possibility as well. So things like the first 3 letters, the YSC, that would be the Potomac. That one's probably not as readily available or intuitive. Usually they do have 2 different ones for each. So the Vermont Center, VSC, CSC, IOE, I've seen this for a lot of different applications, and it's becoming more frequent because it is associated with an online filing as well. And then of course you have like the EAC, which is the Vermont Center, as well as VSC. So, and then the WAC, of course, is California. So those are kind of the first 3 letters. That's what that applies to. The second kind of 2 digits after that is going to be that fiscal year when it's processed, when it's received, the fee payment is taken. Obviously, they don't accept filings without that filing fee. They will reject it if you've never had one of those happen. They'll send it back if that filing fee is not correct. So know that. And then the last 5 digits really are your case number. So it's specific to your filing. And what you can do with those really is to go online and look at the USCIS website. You can even search online case status, and you can put that in and see the last update that was done on your case. Know that sometimes they don't always update those. And so occasionally we'll get a client that's concerned that they didn't update that. We've sent in our RFE, or they didn't update that, a certain, thing was taken, process was taken, or whatever with that website, the online status tool. So you can use your online account center to update or message, or even the chat feature with USCIS as well. So those are just a couple of kind of tidbits of information of what you can do with that online case status or the receipt number itself. It's also useful if you've been waiting a really long time, you are past your processing time, so you've submitted an online out of processing request, and you want to move along with maybe seeking congressional assistance with I've discussed before. You will need your receipt number for anything like that as well. So I hope this has been helpful. I know we've had several comments and questions regarding that. Certainly go to www.immigrationforcouples.com and go to the resources tab. And underneath that resources tab, we have tons of videos. It is likely that somebody else has had your question as well, and that there's a video pertaining to that. Obviously, nothing suffices for or matches the guidance that you would get from an attorney that's actually looking at your specific case and giving you guidance in regards to that. So certainly keep that in mind. But as far as general information, there's tons of resources on our website. So definitely please like and share this video if you know of somebody who might need this or had that same question. If you have a question after we go into this live broadcast, you certainly can comment #replay and list that question. We do keep a rolling log of them, and that way we can come back on and try to answer that question in a future live broadcast. I hope this has been helpful. Again, this is Attorney Desiree, and I will talk to you next Thursday at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Have a great day.